So this is a message for your masculine, meaning I am going to speak as if you were able to speak to your masculine directly. If you are on a twin flame journey, or if you are on a soulmate journey, or if you have a relationship at the moment which is more spiritual than either usual or just in general. If it's a spiritual connection, this might be your message. Of course, as usual, use your discernment and take only what resonates. Let's get into it. So you did something this week, and it was taking a step back because you were like, no, I can't do this anymore. Something is it's not something is off, but it feels like something is missing. It could be the communication. It could be like you communicating and you do not feel it's, the same for him. So you took a step back, and so here is the message. It is not self-sabotage. It is self-respect. I won't tolerate what I know I am not willing to tolerate, meaning if you are not sure, it's fine, you do you, but it's just not aligned with what I want for my life. I do feel, so again, take what resonates, but it's like maybe if you are the feminine, this message is going to resonate, but you have to understand that what I am doing here is I am channeling your message for the masculine. So this message is actually you using me to deliver this message to your masculine, if that makes sense. Okay? So, I do not feel that you care. It's not in the same way that I care, but I do not feel that you care enough, if you will, to communicate how you feel. I do not feel, this is what I am hearing, this is what I am channeling. I do not feel like you care enough to communicate how you feel. In general, it's not necessarily about you, it's not necessarily about your relationship, it's more communication in general. And to me, it is, I don't know where I stand, and if I don't know where I stand, then I know where I stand. Meaning, if you are not able to communicate how you feel, then either you are going to find a way, but I am taking a step back. It is not self-sabotage. I am not going anywhere. I am just choosing myself. This is called self-respect. And I know you are not used to this. And I know actually you are not used to someone like me because you have been through things in the dating field, if you will, that have left you a mark, in the sense you kind of made the promise to yourself, I am not doing this again, I am not going to feel for someone, I am not going to fall for someone, I am not even going to allow myself to have feelings. I just want, let's have fun type of situationship. I just want the friends with benefits situationship. I am good with it. And so because I guess you met me, then you reach a point quite recently when you were like, actually, I can't help it, but I won't say a word. I don't care if I do have feelings that I swore I am not going to have ever again for anyone because of the past. And so, because of this promise I made to myself, so I am kind of channeling actually both, like it's what you want to say to him, and it's kind of how he feels that he's not able to express to you. So this is him, actually, because I made this promise to myself. I don't want to break it, but if you do not want to break it, you do not care enough. You can't have it both ways. It's either, I did make this promise to myself when I was in a place where it made sense at this time, but you cannot live in the past forever, especially when it comes to the dating field, if you will, because what happened in the past is not going to happen again. Because you learned your lesson. So it's not going to happen ever again. It's way more easier when it comes to the dating field than when it comes to, I would say, friendship field or business field. You can potentially make the same mistake twice. When it's the dating field, usually you are able to spot that, you are not going to go for the same toxic person again. You are going to heal yourself or, notice the patterns. So you do know, so this is her talking, you do know that it's very different, yet you are kind of acting in a way. It is self-sabotage from your side, in the sense you are not going to say a word about how you feel. And if you are not going to say a word about how you feel, then you do not feel, because you are suppressing everything on purpose. So no one is going to hurt you if you say something. So no one is going to reject you if you say something, but it's just not how it works. And this is the difference between you and I. You have to, you cannot let the door open if the door is closed. Yeah, this is exactly what it is actually. You cannot let the door open for someone if the door is closed. You have to actually open it. It's not enough to be like, okay, I don't want this. I was not expecting this. I don't even think it's real still, even though I have so many proofs. But I'm going to give it a try. But then if you want to give it a try, you cannot say, I am letting you in, if the door is still closed, if the metaphor is making sense for you. Point of this message is she's basically saying it is not self-sabotage, it is self-respect. And I know you are not used to this type of high standards / high boundaries, but these are mine. And if you can't take those, or if it's too much, or if you are not ready to say something, then it's fine, it's on you. But okay, so she's saying this is what you wanted to know. This is not self-sabotage. I am speaking and I am communicating, which is not your case. And it is very, very difficult to do this and to want someone and to open up to someone when it's like the person in front of you is yes, I'm going to let you in, but the door is closed, so you are not actually letting me in. This is how she feels. So, yeah, there is no pressure or anything like this. You do you. But for me, it's, yeah, I am not choosing myself once again because I don't know where I stand. Therefore, I do know where I stand. And I do want this, but I did express it many times and I did say those things to you. And this is, she wants to say that I know it is hard on you in the sense you have been used actually recently, I would say the last 2 years, to be chased, and deep down a part of you knows it's not for the right reason. It's, yes, you have been chased and it is bothering you. I guess that it is not the case with me because I am not going to chase you. You know that, yes, you have been chased and this is what you know, like you are used to this, but it was for the wrong reasons, especially recently, because of what you can